Yeah.
Live.
En vivo. We are live.
Estamos en vivo y en directo. You know, it takes like a couple of seconds
It's
en
all
lo que,
good
en lo que
to
la
load
gente,
up.
en lo que la gente
Hello.
llega. Bueno,
Internet world.
they're not there, but they're gonna be there. So we're just gonna get this going because I leave it on the page and then it
All
keeps
right.
circulating.
Sounds good.
Right? Y dice ahí live, so we're good. Okay, so I am hooked with Sola.
Yeah?
I love it. I think
I'm
it's
so glad.
sexy.
Thank you.
I love the fact that it empowers
does.
Latinas.
It does. Well, all women. You know, I think language is just a thing. What I love about music is it is universal. So when I explain the message of the song, I feel like, you know, more than just Latinas, it's a message for all women to feel empowered and to not stay with somebody who doesn't deserve them and who takes them for granted. And, you know, even young or older, like, there's so much life to live. There's so much out there. You know, why put yourself in that situation? And, you know, go out there, live your vida loca.
I love it. And the fans want to know about the remix features.
Well, I'm in the studio now. I'm working on the album. And, you know, the awesome thing about the whole Latino world on the music side is everybody is like family. You know, once you work with somebody once, it's like you end up working together again many times.
I see J Balvin in a remix.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love that. And I know he's been very supportive since the beginning. And, you know, I got friends like Luis Coronel and Leslie Grace. And, you know, you got Jay, you got Pitbull. And so hopefully, you know, for me too, I don't like to force things like that. I want to make sure the songs are solid on their own. And if they say, hey, you know, the song's out and I love it and it's hot, let me get on it, perfect.
Bueno, ya va por más de 2 millones de views y eso acaba de salir.
Yeah, I know, no, me siento súper bendecida y, o sea, emocionada porque es mi primera canción totalmente en español y, yeah, it's a big deal for me.
It's a big deal. Mira, how does the video look like?
The video we're going to shoot literally the day after I get back from Premios. So I'm going to go to LA and I have something super different planned for the music video. Coming from a movie world that I was just in, filming the Power Rangers movie, I got very inspired to make a music video that's very cinematic and tells a story rather than just the typical play-by-play of the lyrics. You know, Otra noche sola en mi cama. I don't want to just look like a pretty girl laying in a bed. You know, I want there to be substance to the music video and
great visuals,
and tell a story and keep people interested from a visual aspect of the music video. So it's going to be really deep and there's going to be a lot of acting in it and I'm very excited. Yeah.
We love it. Mira, y entonces, talking about Power Ranger,
yeah.
I want to know, like, describe that experience in, like, a sentence or so, or some words.
It was just amazing. Honestly, I've always wanted to be an actress and this was my first real feature film. And the fact that I'm thinking about, you know, in March of next year, I'm going to be watching myself on the big screen playing such an amazing character like Trini, the Yellow Power Rangers. It's amazing because this movie is going to be, I think, very, there's so much depth and soul to each character. And I think people are like, wow, it's the Power Rangers, cool. But I think they're really going to fall in love with these kids and want to learn more about them. So.
What did you learn about yourself doing this movie? Because it's a totally new experience.
Very new experience. I learned a lot about the acting side, but as a person, it was my first time living on my own. So I was living out where we were filming for about 4.5 months, almost 5 months, and it was tough because, you know, being Latina, like, we don't move out until we're married, you know, like, at least in my family, or before you go to school, and that was in the books for me. So I was just like, okay, here I go on my own. And I visited back home a couple times, but nobody will ever understand the connection that I have with my family. Like, being away from them on the road is something hard. And even then, I bring some of them with me. So it was tough for me. There was days where I would call my mom crying, and I'd be like, I just got to come home, because it was hard. The hours were brutal, and just the environment. It's a tough environment sometimes. There's days where you definitely got to suck it up and deal with certain situations and certain people and just like, okay. And, you know, very lucky the cast was like, they became like my brothers, and Naomi like my sister, and she played Cupid, and that changed my life. So it was awesome.
So the movie made you stronger, right?
It definitely did make me stronger. Definitely, yeah.
Y hablando de tu amor,
yes,
Sebastian. So fill in the blank. He makes you
happy.
Very
happy.
What is the favorite things that you like to do? when you're with him? Because you don't have a lot of
it's
time.
funny,
And he doesn't have a lot of
No,
time.
he doesn't. That's what, I don't like that. I love that we are both so independent, but can be so united and very, how can I say, like, very supportive of each other and everything that we do. I didn't think that we would have that much in common, him coming, you know, being an athlete and then me being an artist, but there's such a common ground there of, you know, the dedication that it takes to what we do and how much time consuming it can be and the sacrifices that you make. And
the responsibility.
Yeah, the responsibilities at the end of the day too, and it's not easy. It's very hard and very demanding of your body and mentally. And yeah, I mean, I haven't known him for that long, but he's definitely changed.
He's your best
Changed
friend.
my life, yeah.
Your
He's my best friend.
That's
for
how
sure.
relationships.
Yeah.
That's the best foundation.
For sure. Yeah.
For a long-lasting relationship.
Yeah.
Así que la felicitamos porque encontró el
Thank
amor.
you.
Qué bella,
Thank
qué bella.
you.
Mira, y entonces, I see her a lot on Snapchat. Do you guys see her on Snapchat a lot? I mean, I
do.
it.
I love social media. I love Snapchat. I love Twitter. I love all kinds of stuff like that. If anything, I've kind of taken a step back because I've been super busy, and there's definitely days too where it's hard. Social media can be a blessing and a curse. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a blessing because you can stay connected to people who are halfway around the world, or you meet people who literally live down the street from you, and it's just like you would have never known that you would have connected with these people. But it's also a curse because I feel like I'm such an open person and I let my fans in and I tell them everything, but at the same time, it's like there's still like this
you want a little bit of privacy.
Not a little bit of privacy, but sometimes there's like a misunderstanding of like they feel like they really know you, you know, and I try my best to like really let them in, but again, like you said, like I am a normal human being and I do like for some things to be private or some days not to be on social media and stuff. So it's definitely hard. It's gotten tough sometimes, and there's days where I just want to delete the apps and not get on it.
But you know what? I think that the fans can understand that. You know, I don't think they expect you to be. You know her schedule. This girl is a busy girl, and she's only 19 years old, and she's an example for all of us. You know.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, that's really what I'm not trying to be. I don't want to be like a perfect role model. I want to be a role model of what is real, what is genuine, what is natural, and just represent where I come from, you know, and stuff like that. So
you're getting all this love. Your fans are like amazing. I do want to shout out your fan club in República Dominicana.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, they want to know if you're going there.
I hope so. I hope very soon. Yo sé que tengo muchos fans latinos y a ver si voy muy pronto.
Qué chévere. Mira, entonces, ¿cuál es tu favorite emoji?
My
you know, that's
emoji.
so hot right now. We talk with emojis. It's part of our lives.
Yeah, I would say the upside down smiley face. Right now, have you seen that one? I use it a lot.
I thought it was like you made it.
No.
You took it around,
upside down one. So like this, like for instance, this morning, like I had to wake up like so early. Like it was just ridiculous how early I had to be up, and like to get ready and go do. I've been running around all day, and I was like, yay! I had to be up at 5 in the morning, and then I feel like the upside down smiley face because I'm happy. I'm very grateful for doing what I do, but it's not the easiest thing.
No, claro. ¿Qué dicen aquí?
Saludos a Becky G, Mexico.
Mexico in the house. Mexico. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? That's Rebecca Lynn.
Ooh, that's a good question. There's so many places I would love to go to. I feel like I've always wanted to go to Japan, but there's also like parts like Paris and like.
How about the Maldives, Bali?
I've never been anywhere tropical.
¿Tú no has ido a Puerto Rico?
No.
Mónica, por favor, llévame la nena para Puerto Rico.
She's giving my publicist a hard time, guys. I gotta go. Let's throw it out there. How am I feeling about Premios Juventud? I'm super excited. You know, this year the theme is Throwback Thursday, and every artist was entitled and allowed to kind of take inspiration from things that inspired them in the past that they wanted to recreate. And I looked up to artists like Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears and Shakira and J-Lo and Selena, and so this year I'm doing something really cool that like kind of reminds me of my childhood, which isn't that long ago because I'm a baby, but it's gonna be cool. I'm really excited.
So we can't wait. Pues nada, dice shout out to Paris.
Español, por
español,
favor.
que hablemos español.
Besitos.
Y qué lindo hablar español, ¿verdad?
Gracias.
Ella es preciosa. What's up?
With that solo
the
music video. Coming very, very soon. I'm shooting it as soon as I get back. I'm shooting 2 music videos actually. Can't tell you what the next song is.
Actually, sí, no hablamos de eso, el álbum. ¿Cuándo lo esperamos, más o menos?
So, primero va a salir mi álbum totalmente en español. Me siento súper emocionada. O sea, todos saben que no hablo el lenguaje perfecto, pero soy súper orgullosa de ser latina. Es algo que yo siempre quería hacer como artista y darlo a mis fans latinos y también para mis abuelitos para que lo hacen, o sea, orgullosos de mí. So, yeah, so that's coming. And then English album, we'll see. I mean, a lot of these songs I've written, I feel like I've cracked this formula that will cross over and I will do some of these songs in English. But the thing with the English side is that it kind of just, you know, coming back from the movie, this is something that I was really inspired in and that I felt ready to just dive into completely. And so hopefully very soon you guys will have something in English. But I will promise to do my best in translating everything so you understand.
¿Y en español vas a tener alguna colaboración?
A ver
dinos
qué pasa,
algo, dinos una premisa.
No, o sea, como te dije, tengo amigos, you know, en todo eso, en la música, con, you know, connections with people who are like family now. And I plan on playing them. El otro día mandé unos Snapchats a J Balvin, a J. And I played him a song on Snap and I sent him a couple snaps and he's like, mándamelo ahorita, give it to me, I need it.
Awesome,
so we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Ok, bueno, nos tenemos que ir porque ella está bien ocupada, se tiene que preparar para premio. Un mensajito para tus visitors.
A todos mis visitors, I love you guys so much. Muchas gracias por todo el apoyo. Yo sé que ustedes saben que yo no estaría aquí sin ustedes, so just gotta say it again. I would not be here without you guys. I love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow, mañana, Premios Juventud. Be there or be square.
Gracias por apoyar a Web City Girls y estar ahí presente con Becky G, que la adoramos y nosotros la apoyamos 100%.
Bye.
Bye.